Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Tina from tinanews.com, and today we are speaking about an Aries ascendant, sorry, a Sagittarius moon, and a Pisces sun. So you have your ascendant degree in cardinal fire, ruled by Mars. You're definitely the go-getter, and the trailblazer. And your moon, which is emblematic of your emotions, is immutable fire, the domain of Jupiter. So you're very expansive, very, philosophical. This is the archetype of the philosopher. And you have your sun, immutable Pisces. So right there you have a sun-moon square going on with the mutables. And mutable squares, not so difficult to deal with. Cardinal squares are more difficult. So sun in Pisces is not a good placement, and 12th house sun, lots and lots of issues can pop up for you if you're not careful. And the ruler of your sun is Neptune. So the placement of Neptune will, and the aspects and the dispositions will tell you a lot about how you will shine in life. And this is mutable water, feminine. So now basically the ascendant is the degree of the zodiac rising on the eastern side of the horizon at the moment of your birth. And the sign on which it falls is your rising sign. So the rising sign is kind of like the armor you wear. It is the Jungian mask. It is the persona that you create to interface with the world. Okay, it is how the world perceives you. It's your physical body. It's the way you look. It is your hand gestures and other such idiosyncrasies. And it's basically the sum total of your being in 3D, okay? And it's how the world perceives you. So when you walk into a room with that purposeful Aries stride and that edgy look in your eyes, people can see that you're a go-getter. People can see you're going to say it how it is. You're the dominant. You don't care what others feel. You want to go out there and make a point. You're not afraid of staring someone down or intimidating an enemy. You're not afraid to go after the person you like. In fact, you enjoy the chase, okay? And you're just very extroverted. Okay, now Aries rules the head, so this is a very important part of your identity, and you accentuate it anyhow, be it with highlighters or maybe hair color or whatever. You accentuate it, and you have very well defined sharp features. You should not have a problem with empathy in your eyes. Most Aries, they don't have that, but you have a Pisces sun, so it should not be such a huge challenge for you, empathy and compassion and feelings. So Aries, having your face and it being so important to your eyes, very edgy, very restless. With this placement comes a lot of energy. And even women, they tend to have more testosterone in them, squarish build, shorter hair. And although they like to stand out, and if they don't use the Martian energy, the Martian push, then it burns them out. So it's very important to work with this energy and work out, to dance, or any kind of yoga or anything that really suits your purpose, whatever you are passionate about. And you're very passionate, Aries and Sagittarius, very, very passionate. All fire signs are. So you're the first sign of the zodiac, right? So you're the infant of the zodiac, and with you comes spring, and you're the head, the start of it all. So there's a promise of renewal with Aries, youth, vibrancy, radiance, And everything is born anew when we have spring, right? So you are that fresh, youthful vibe that lives with you forever, you know. And since you're the infant of the zodiac, there'll always be a streak of selfishness with this energy, because with infancy comes selfishness, because infants understand self-preservation. But the goal of Aries should be enlightened selfishness, as eminent astrologer Stephen Forrest puts it. And it's correct, because once you truly become enlightened about why it's about you, then you can really become the visionary and the pioneer you're meant to be. Because you're born with an Aries rising to forge ahead, to trailblaze, to take us to places where we can't go because we are not fearless like you. Mars is our I do principle, our action principle. So having a difficult Mars can mean none of our actions get completed, or we can't start anything successfully. And for you, Mars is so important to truly understand your karmic equations, because Mars is your ascendant ruler. Now, and Mars will also tell you if you get angry, or how to control your temper, or if you're getting really depressed. You can be quite the warrior, with Virgo being your 6th house of health. And Aries rules the head, Virgo rules the stomach and nervous system, and digestion and nervous system. Okay, so whatever you put in your mouth, if you are angry, upset, stressed, or worrying, it can become toxic. Persistent acne, migraines, chronic headaches, ENT issues, sensitivity to gum and teeth, eye problems, and all of that can happen. Okay, and you have to empower Mars. Mars needs empowerment always, and movement, right? Now, you have tremendous swift metabolism, so you shouldn't put on too much weight, or no weight at all. You should be very thin. Also, you're so quick moving that you can sometimes hurt yourself in that. So when Mars, transiting Mars, is touching your personal planets, be careful of guns, heavy machinery, driving under the influence, and all of that. Now, Moon. The Moon in Sagittarius is bitten by the bug of wanderlust forever. You are always a gypsy at heart, okay? And you don't want to settle down in any place. You love traveling. You've probably traveled quite a bit. 9th house Moon, you're not happy with your surroundings. You just got to move. The Moon is our instinctual awareness, our emotions, the idea of nourishment, because Moon rules breasts and stomach. So how we give nourishment, how we take nourishment, how we nurture, how we were nurtured, our mother, our childhood, our everyday habit patterns, our imagination, our psychic perceptions, our ESP, all of this is the Moon, which is a very private, feminine, receptive part of us. Now, Moon in Sagittarius can be, as I said, the wanderer, the gypsy, not notorious for not committing, not settling down. Your mother may have been a foreigner, or you may be a foreigner, or you may marry a foreigner. Okay, and you are definitely interested in the big picture. You don't like the little detailing, and mind numbs you. You're forever expanding, jovial, joyful, cheerful, optimistic, all of this. But you need change and variety, otherwise you can get totally bored. You're very passionate, and you are the most spiritual of all the fire signs. Think of the arrow of Sagittarius. It's pointing you to spiritual awareness. And of course, Sag has a connection to Chiron, because the first leaf of Sagittarius was a centaur, then it became an archer. Now it's a bow with an arrow with a piece of the bow. So that means there's tremendous healing happening with Sagittarius, okay? And you need freedom to flourish. You don't need a 9-to-5 situation. In fact, if you feel confined, trapped, that's the end. You hate drama queens, but you will go that extra mile for someone who's really sincere and authentic and genuine. Okay, you want to see the authentic in people, the genuine in people. You're very spontaneous, very adventurous. You can be quite the adrenaline junkie. Okay, unless your 12th house sun is inhibited, right? I have a 12th house sun, but I don't have such problems. So and there is an inherent need to experience foreign cultures, higher education. You could be very educated and you could probably teaching, okay, or you want to teach. You could be a coach. And interestingly, Sagittarians teach what they want, what they need to learn. So very, very powerful energy with Jupiter playing the archetype of the teacher. Always teaching, always smiling, always picking you up, always inspiring. But Sagittarius can also be callous, very restless, unable to concentrate, unable to complete, unable to detail, superficial, no tact, and can be very reckless. So a balance, and you are the only sign that I know you can read a text of philosophy and go out and jump off a cliff or abseil down it. You're superb being outdoors, and you're amazing with indoor intellectual activity. You, after all, deal with higher education. So very possible for you to, be educated in some Ivy League or somewhere far away. Okay, very possible. And now, Sun in the 12th house in a problematic place called Pisces, which is oftentimes referred to as the dumping ground of the zodiac. So the Sun is our vitality, our healthy sense of I am, our goals and ambitions, not in a Martian way, but in a soul purpose way. Why am I here? My soul wants to know the purpose of my incarnation, basically, okay? And the Sun is also about how we take our internal power and put it out in the world, how we want the world to perceive us as the Sun. It is our conscious awareness, our vitality, our leadership, how we shine. Okay, so our Father, okay, it's so powerful. And the Sun in Pisces can be very sacrificial and definitely into psychic work, okay? And as I said, Sagittarius is very spiritual, very psychic, very intuitive. They don't always tune into that because they're all fire, but they're very psychic, they're very intuitive. So I can see you becoming a coach or even an astrologer, or even just teaching something that has to do with the metaphysics. And you're interested with your 12th house Sun, you're interested in all these things that are hidden in death, in life, in loss, in incarceration. You understand the importance of sacrifice. Your ruler Neptune dissolves everything. You could also be an actor, an actress, because Pisces Suns, they have this tremendous appreciation for art, because they are the archetype of the mystics, and they understand the spiritual vibration of the art form they are doing. So they always take art to another level. Yes, Leo is the sign of the artist, but the Pisces artist takes it to a surreal level. So you could be a writer, you could be an actor, screenwriter, because Neptune and Pisces and 12th house deal with celluloid or TV, writing something fantastic, something surreal, and where you have to travel, because that's what your Saturn needs to do. And your Aries ascendant is just ready to start so many new things and explore so many new paradigms. So hope you like that. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Let me know what you think. Visit my website, check out the readings I offer and my merch. Thank you.